people? It's your boy Malik. I'm here with my boy Manny. And we here, yo. This is the You Be The Judge podcast, yo. We here with the second episode. How you doing, Manny?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Shit, man. You know, I'm hanging in there. I'm good, man. I'm happy. You know, we here for the second episode. I'm glad we were able to come together. Second time get this thing done, man. How was your week?
My week was straight. Got a couple things accomplished. You know, we had a couple sunny days. So
Okay. Word. I feel that. Definitely enjoying these sunny days. We still having that warm weather, man. I hope we keep that shit up. You know, I'm definitely liking that, man. Shit, man. I guess, you know, I want to hop right into it. I had some other things that I wanted to talk about, but yesterday, the Santa Fe school shooting, you know, that news broke yesterday morning. And, you know, I just automatically, I wanted to put that number one in. You know, I wanted to talk about that. You know, number one, definitely a sad thing whenever, you know, anybody lose their life, but especially children. You know, that definitely, any youth that lose life definitely don't sit well with me. So, definitely something sad. But this is the third school shooting in 8 days. There were two, one in Illinois and one in California. Nobody passed away, but you know, they still were school shootings. And I guess, you know, what I want to talk about overall, they said that this is the 22nd. This marks the 22nd school shooting this year. Why do you know, I want to, what do you think, why do you think it's so many, man? Like, what do you think going on? Do you have?
I don't know. There could be hidden agendas. Is it another Columbine situation where we don't know if they telling the truth or lying and they staging them? Like, you said it was 22. I only heard about 2 or 3. And that's the past couple ones. So what happened to all the other ones? Like, does somebody have to die for them to announce it on the national media or?
Yo, I have no clue, man. You know, and it's crazy. And the reason I guess.
Oh, well, one other question.
Yeah.
How many of these school shootings involve white kids?
I think all of them. I think I'm just gonna go out on a limb, and I think I'm pretty sure I can say for a 100% fact that all of them. We don't gotta even Google that, man. If I'm wrong, somebody come holler at me, man. Let me know. But I'm pretty sure they all were. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of agenda are they trying to?
That's you know what I mean. I have no clue. You know, and that's what's confusing me about this whole thing. Usually, when these things happen with these school shootings, you know, we see it time and time again. This brings up gun control, and everybody want to talk about, you know, it's too easy to get guns, and you know, people want to, you know, have gun reform and stuff like that, and then you got people that are all for that, you know what I mean, and Second Amendment rights, you know, they die by that, and NRA and all that other type of shit. So I don't know. Do you think that this could be a ploy for people to like try to get the Second Amendment rights taken away?
I don't know. I don't think about it that way because I look at it more so as if these are school shootings, these are a lack of parenting shootings. Because first and foremost, how did your kid access the gun?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how an adult accesses the gun. Yeah. It doesn't matter how easy it is for an adult to access a gun. That's like cigarettes or alcohol. Okay. These things are easy to access if you're an adult. If you're of age, you can attain these things.
Okay, yeah.
A kid, they can't obtain these things. They can't go to the store and get it themselves. They can't do any of these things. So first and foremost, it's parenting. Then, if you want to break it down after that, it goes to, well, how do they know how to use a gun? Who's, you know, what are... So I don't want to take it back to parenting again, but if you're going to take a gun, you need to know how to use... I mean, you can't just pull the trigger all the time. Like, it got to be loaded, you know. You got to... unless it's a revolver, there are some things that have to be done for, weapons to
Yeah.
perform.
Okay.
I don't want to go break
Yeah,
it down,
yeah,
I don't want to go into
yeah.
the gritty,
I
but
feel
like a kid
I feel
using
you.
a weapon,
Yeah,
it's not that easy.
Exactly.
Even if you had a toy gun before, it ain't the same as a real gun. Like,
Yeah.
so,
that's true.
I mean, just
The thing about it is I don't know if they could be staging these school shootings because these kids, like, they're kids. They're real kids with real documented past in these schools and going through whatever things that they went through. Not saying that it was okay for them to do anything that, that they did. But honestly, what I think that these things are happening at the rate that they're happening at is because of not just the news perpetuating the ones that happen, but it's just in your face so much that it's just planning. I think that it could be subconsciously planning the idea in some kids' head that this is something that they want to do if they are being mistreated in school, or maybe they may not be all the way there, or they may be being mistreated at home, or may just be filled with rage or whatever like that, and just get a missed message from this. You see it on Facebook, if you see it when you go on TV, people talking about it. When you walking through the hallways, people talking about it at home. Like, it could just be a repeated message that I think could just be sending some kids the wrong message. I don't know, but I think that that's why they could be happening. Like, so much because when they happen, they are plastered on the news. They are a big deal. And
okay, let me go back, because you said that these kids have documented cases of problems.
I would assume.
Okay, whether they're documented or not, that goes back to parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to make it, if you want to talk about people's gun rights, like, if you're a poor parent, you shouldn't own a gun. I mean, those things are equivalent. Like, the kids having kids these days, like, you're living a lifestyle, you shouldn't be a parent, so on and so forth. Like, those things play a role in this narrative too, because it's perpetuated. But if you can't teach your kid to know any better, or the difference, or why not to, But once again, the lack of parenting is why these kids are the way they are.
And the only thing, and I agree with you on that, because from a standpoint, you do, if you have great parenting, things like this won't happen.
I mean, there are chances they will.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is allowing your kid to be conditioned by the news.
A lot of people like that.
Yeah, but the only thing you can't control is what your kids experience outside of your household. Okay. Anything outside of your household, that is not in your control.
That's correct.
And whatever they pick up out there, you have to deal with and address.
Yes.
But if it's coming, if it's coming from outside your household and within your household, then that's a bigger problem. Because when your kids come in with the outside noise, you should talk about it and have a conversation with them, regardless of their age. If they're having real life experiences, out in the world with information at school, then you should have a conversation with them about those things. Because 9 times out of 10, from what I've heard in all the years, is they had a journal and they were writing down information. How they were being mistreated, or when they told their parents were like, "Suck it up,"
Yeah.
It was like the whole bullying issue came, but the generation I come from, it was like, there were bullies, there were this, that, reclusive people and all that, but they didn't really have access to guns. If there was a gun in the house, the kids didn't know there was a gun in the house.
Yeah.
And then the use of guns, I do see what you're saying. I won't look at it, just the news perpetuates the school shooting. The news perpetuates violence in general. There's a lot more violence on TV and acceptable in society.
But I think that perpetuates all of those behaviors, though, because they're praised. You know what I mean? Well, I don't want to say praised, but I just mean promoted. You know what I mean? They're put in front of your face.
That's what I'm saying. All negative
things,
all negativity is mass promoted in today's society.
Yeah,
so
it rubs off.
Of course, and kids are the most impressionable.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, disagree with your statements on that, but I'm saying like 80% of the, or 70 to 80% of the time, it's a lack of parenting or what the parents allow. Like if you allow your kid to play video games like Fortnite, it's the biggest thing since I don't know what.
Yeah.
I've never played it,
Me
but there
either.
are kids on this game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I see the videos.
It's
snapping.
huge.
It's grown people too, but I'm just saying there are kids like losing their mind over this game.
Yeah.
And it's like, first of all, it's a fucking game.
Yeah.
Like it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Like, did you die? No, because you're still fucking playing. So like, come on with the bullshit.
Yeah.
And then like, you know what I'm saying? As a parent, cut that shit off. If they get mad, you know what I'm saying? Well, you fucked up because you should have got it for me. Like, I mean, there are some things that can be done.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. And parenting, I agree with you. You know what I mean? I definitely, I agree with you too, because parenting is a big thing. To put in that percentage, that's a good percentage. You know.
And then, this was elementary or middle school.
I think this was middle school.
This was middle school.
Yeah.
Okay. And we discussed that.
Might have been high school actually.
But we discussed that these were probably white children, right?
Yeah, no, these were white.
Okay.
His mugshot came out today. He's white.
Another thing. This is cultural.
Yeah.
Because if a black kid did that, they would probably die.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean,
ain't no probably about it.
Well,
and that's
just,
another thing too.
But I'm saying these,
too.
like, I don't know the percentage, but what is it? 50% of the kids that have committed school shootings have killed themselves.
Yeah,
okay,
that might be higher. I'm saying like that could be higher.
Well, if a black person was to ever shoot up a school, they're not probably going to kill themselves.
Word.
But the police are probably going to kill them. They're not going to be taken to jail or no.
Or they'll die in custody somehow, or something like that. On the way there, hit a bump, give them a concussion or some shit.
So you know what I mean? Like, just culturally, like you're not gonna see. I don't think any ethnic race, you know what I'm saying, get involved with a school shooting. They already get blamed for terrorism. Like, oh, now you killing the kid.
Oh shit! Yeah, yo, what?
Oh, family might die.
Yeah,
like,
oh yeah, we can't trust none of y'all.
Like,
man, nah, that's crazy. But nah, for real, that's it's sad, man. You know, and I definitely wanted to talk on that. I don't want to spend too much time on it because a lot of people use the topic to turn it into a gun control topic conversation or a political conversation and stuff like that, where really people should just focus on the event. You know what I mean?
No, people shouldn't focus on the event. People shouldn't focus on why the event happened.
I'm just talking about for right now, man. For the time being, it just happened. Yeah, you want to talk about
it just happened, but it was 3 and 8 days.
Yeah.
In 3 different places.
But I'm saying you can have the conversation, but I'm saying we had it, we talked about it, but you know what I mean? Like, it's enough people having the conversation. That I do encourage the conversation, but still just, you don't gotta turn it into a debate or don't turn it into your agenda. If you're gonna have a conversation to really protect these kids or really move forward and come together with some type of conclusion. Don't just push an agenda or a side that you're on. And that's a lot of what I see. That's why I guess that's the totality of what I'm seeing.
I totally agree with that. I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about with that, man. But I want to transition now to kind of lighten up, soften up. I want to get back into sports. I know we started with that last week to kind of get in, but I want to. It's something that I've really been dying to talk about here, and it's really been burning my soul because I know you should already know, you know what I mean? But if you don't, you probably gonna hear every week, man, that LeBron James is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? The greatest of all time, man. This man don't agree with me. So what do burn, and a couple people don't agree with me, and I'm not going to turn this into a LeBron thing right now. I promise I'm not going to go there. But what does get on my nerves is a lot of people try to say that Steph Curry somehow is like on his level. You know what I mean? Or some people even try to say he's better than him. Or they say that he's a good player, one of the great players in this game. You know, and some people might even try to dare say all time at this point. But I think that he's fucking overrated, and I don't think he's as good. I don't think he all he cracked up to be. All right,
I'll let you speak.
I'll
let you speak.
I think he
I'll let you speak. Hold on,
he's
hold
just
on.
blowing that Curry smoke.
Wait, man, you
that bullshit.
First of all, I don't know how you
and
always
people
find a
just
way.
eating it up.
Like, you LeBron fans.
What you mean?
You like Cowboy fans.
Nah, I'm not a
Y'all
Cowboy
start
fan. Don't put me in Cowboy fan.
Y'all are the same. Y'all,
Mm-hmm.
every argument y'all want to start with, y'all start with, well, this is what we are.
But they
And
talking
then
about the
there's
past.
this.
Cowboy fans taking on what's going on in the past. I'm talking about what's happening right
And then-
now. I'm talking about right
and
now.
Steph Curry is top 3, top 5 in the game
No.
right now.
Maybe 3-point shooting. Yeah, 3-point shooting.
2 back-to-back MVPs.
3-point shooting.
Okay. Why is he overrated?
Oh, man, I've been talking. All right, you know what? But the proof is in the pudding. It's laid out there, okay? When Steph Curry first came into the league, I think he came into the league in 2009. He wasn't that great of a player. You know what I'm saying? It took a little while. They got Clay. You know what I mean? They got Draymond. They got Harrison Barnes. They were becoming a good team. They had Bogut when Bogut was still a good player. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And Mark Jackson came through and gave Steph the confidence and the green light and everything. And I don't want to take nothing away from his 3-point shooting ability. His 3-point shooting ability is phenomenal. But you can't be top 5 in the game, I don't think. In my humble opinion, if you aren't the reason your team wins championships, and with your team can't depend on you for a championship, and you're just along for the success of a great team that you're on. He's the perfect case in point of somebody who is just in a great position and is just reaping all the benefits of it. He just is.
Okay.
The year he won.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Let me start your argument like you always want to start. Well, let me start my argument like you always want to start yours. Put Steph on any other team.
Yep.
Is he still doing the same thing?
He may be still.
Is he still
doing
going to
the same
average
thing.
like between 25 and 30?
Maybe, probably.
Still going to be like 90% from the free throw line?
Yeah,
Average 1-2 steals?
probably.
5-6 assists?
I would say so.
That's an all-star.
Will they make the finals? Probably not. Will they make the conference finals? Probably, depending on depending on what team you put them on.
Okay. How many players can you say that about in the
LeBron
league?
James.
Or
LeBron
not.
James.
How many other players?
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant didn't win the finals till he joined the what? I mean,
But he still could get to the conference finals
and lose to Steph. Which
But he
did.
got to the finals.
He was up 3-1 and they lost.
But he got to the finals too.
Okay.
He got,
and
he
they
got
they
yeah,
lost.
but we just talking about get there. I wouldn't
Okay.
even mind if Steph he could get to the finals and get swept if he was on another team, and I wouldn't mind. But what I'm saying
got
is that
drafted
he
by
wouldn't
that
even
team,
get
though.
there. I know, that's what I'm saying. He's just in a great situation, and that's just why I said LeBron wasn't from Cleveland. But like I said, I ain't gonna make this about LeBron. I'm not making this about him.
But you started your argument when he came to the league. He wasn't a great player.
Yeah.
So he didn't practice and become a great player.
No, he became a great shooter.
He became a great shooter.
Yeah, and a great weapon for the team that he's on. He's a lethal weapon for the team that he's on.
A lethal
you know what
weapon.
I mean? And he will be a lethal weapon for another team because that 3-point shooting and what it could bring to a team and stretching the floor and everything would be great. But what I'm saying is that it won't win a championship. It wouldn't.
They
It
changed
just wouldn't.
basketball.
It wouldn't.
They changed basketball.
Yeah, you're right. Not
Because
Steph
of
Bynum.
him.
Because him and Clay, it was like, how you gonna stop the Splash Bros? They wasn't calling him just, it was the Splash Brothers.
Yes.
And people still argue that Clay is a better shooter than Steph to this day.
Okay.
There are people who know way more, there are people who forgot more about basketball than I ever know who say that Clay is a better shooter than Steph.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's even an argument. So they changed
Steph
the
has
game of
better handles
basketball.
than Clay.
They changed, but that's not the conversation. I'm talking about
Steph,
shooting.
Steph gets
I'm
Clay
talking
open.
about shooting
Steph
right
gets
now.
Clay open.
It's vice versa. They get each other open.
No, they don't.
Because of the defensive attention. If Clay wasn't there, you would be able to put more focus on Steph. So
No,
they
they
get
wouldn't.
each other
They would
open
have
just off the
another-
rip.
They would have another person running off the screens.
Oh my God! If they had Andre Roberson there, somebody who can't shoot a lick or three.
Now
you
you're
think
gonna say
that-
somebody who can't. You're gonna pick the worst 3-point shooter in the league.
I'm just talking about.
Put Marcus Smart on the team.
He's not a 3-point shooter. You're not going to give him the same respect that. So you telling me right now?
You're gonna knock it down.
You telling me
If you
right
don't
now?
If you don't give him respect,
You telling me
don't
right
give him
now
a
that
shot.
you gonna play? Watch the tape of this Cleveland game from tonight, and tell me if they played if they showed Marcus Smart the same respect that they would show Klay Thompson. Show me. Watch any game that Marcus Smart playing, and tell me if he get the same respect from the 3-point line that Klay Thompson get.
No, I'm not saying he gets the same respect.
And that's
I'm saying the role he plays in the system.
No, you still won't have to. You can key more in because you know that Marcus Smart ain't going to drop 30 in a quarter on you. So you can focus more on Steph. So off rip, you get him open. You gonna get him open because you
put Harden on the team.
On what team?
On Golden State.
Yeah.
Instead of Clay.
Yeah, James Harden is probably going to win MVP this year. And probably should have won it last year if Russ didn't do what he did. So, okay, they two great players, yeah.
Put Kyle Korver on the team. He can shoot just as good as Clay, if not better.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you mean?
You can put Kyle Korver there. If KD wasn't there, they still wouldn't be good.
I'm saying swap Kyle Korver for Clay, and you get the same results.
Not the same results.
Yes, you'll get the same results.
The same results.
Okay.
You disrespecting Klay Thompson.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying as a defensive player, but on the offensive end, just shooting the three.
He's not going to put up 30 in a quarter. He's not doing that.
Okay.
You saying, okay. Has he?
Everybody has a good game.
Klay has done it multiple times. Not 30 in a quarter, but he's put up. He scored crazy amount of points in games. He's had 40-point games, 30-point games. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Who's the dude from Phoenix? Who's Devin Booker?
Yeah, Devin Booker.
Yeah, what, 73?
Yeah. Word.
He
He nice. What about him?
How many more times you think he's gonna do anything close to that?
I mean, you don't got it. When was the last time Kobe got close to 81? It never happened again.
How many times did Kobe score 60? You a Lakers fan? Come on, you should know these things.
Nah, not
how many times did Kobe score 50? You
A
know,
couple times.
a couple, just a couple, not 5 or 10 times.
That's a couple.
That's a couple.
And all your game career.
A couple is 3 or 4.
No, a couple is 10 out of 3,000, 5,000. No, that's a couple, yeah. That's what I mean. But anyway, I'm just saying, I think he overrated. If you look at you go back to the year he was the unanimous MVP.
Unanimous.
Yeah, unanimous MVP.
What was their record?
Guess what?
I don't need to guess.
No.
What was their record?
Wait, was that the year he won unanimous MVP? Was that 73-9?
73-9.
Oh, that was the year they lost then. Well, the year before that, when he won before, was unanimous then. Excuse me. I don't even want to talk like, see, look, you just helping me with my argument anyway.
No, I'm not.
But anyway, before the unanimous one, when he just won it, he went into the finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers for the first year. It was their first time meeting. Guess what? Kyrie Irving kicked the bucket and was out. Kevin Love kicked the bucket and was out. Yo, do you remember who the second best player in that series was for LeBron James? Matthew Dellavedova. That's who it was. Matthew Dellavedova.
J.R. Smith.
Matthew Dellavedova.
Iman Shumpert was on that team.
Matthew Dellavedova was the second best
No,
player
he
in that
wasn't.
series. Yes, he was. Defensively and the use. Yo, Matthew Dellavedova was the second best player in that series.
Okay.
It was facts. So, of course, they lost that series. Guess who didn't win MVP? Because he wasn't the reason why they won that series. Steph Curry did not win it. Andre Iguodala won it because he was the one who had to go up against LeBron and actually make a difference. You go to the next year when he
somebody held the greatest player. So somebody held the greatest player down.
His second best player was Matthew Dellavedova, and no, he didn't hold him down because he led both teams. He led both teams that series for the first time ever in points, rebounds, and assists. So he ain't get held down. He just ain't have no help. You feel me? And that even go to show how a man who let that get up, still, you got to give him the MVP because the league MVP ain't had the numbers to get it. So you still got to give it to Andre. Man, get that sorry bullcrap out of here. Anyway, next year after that, when he win the
unanimous, say he didn't have the numbers?
When he win the unanimous MVP,
he would have won the MVP if Andre Iguodala didn't guard LeBron.
When he win the unanimous MVP, and then they go 73-9, and then they go against the Cavaliers for the second time, and they got all the troops. Kevin Love back from the dead. He not hurt this year. Kyrie ain't injured this year. They get them boys down 3-1. And what they do, man, they shit the bed, wet the bed, and they lost it. Oh, Steph Curry couldn't get it done, man.
Okay, man.
And then they had to get KD.
Yeah, whatever. And
then he was there.
First championship. You talking all this about LeBron doing this, that, and other. How many championships did LeBron go to before that? Okay, thank you. End of discussion. So this is their first year even getting there on that stage. They ain't prepared for that. Second year.
Greatest they won it.
Greatest
they were prepared.
I'm saying they did win it, but just the stage and everything. For it to be what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Second year. That's the greatest season in NBA history. Greatest regular season.
Yeah, okay, I was about to say you got.
I did. I had to change that. They lost. I know what happened. I wanted them to lose because it would have been, blasphemy for them to do that and win the title and challenge the Bulls in the record books in such a way like that.
Well, that would have been crazy.
And as much as I don't like LeBron James, I rooted for him, but he's still trash.
All right.
Now,
okay.
For a person to come out of college, played a couple years in college, to work their way up to being in the top 3 to 5 in MVP voting every season by their peers and the people that vote on this says a lot. Not only that, since 2013 or something, they won they've been in the playoffs, since Mark Jackson was the coach? Weren't they the first 8 seed to be the 1 seed or something?
No.
Or come back?
Nah.
That wasn't them?
No,
that was the Baron Davis. Yeah, my bad. That was pre-Steph Curry. But it's just how can you watch him and say he's overrated? Because the stuff he does on the court.
Yo, don't get me wrong, man. He does great stuff. Like I said, he does great stuff.
And averages 30 and can pull up from half court.
His accolades don't match. It don't match up.
How does LeBron have back-to-back MVPs?
He could.
No, he couldn't because he doesn't. Just like he could average a triple-double, but he never did.
That man been top 3 in MVP voting for the past, I don't know how many years, man. And he literally could get it every year. They're going to probably give it to James Harden this year, but LeBron James could and should get it. And that's even what I'm talking about with Stephen Curry, because MVP is most valuable player, not who had the best record, not who team was the best, not none of that. It's what team need their player the most.
Okay. What team need their player the most?
And that's LeBron James every year with the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's just
no, it's not. That's Anthony Davis with the Pelicans. What do you mean?
Now that they got Boogie, that's not even automatic.
Boogie's hurt. What do you mean?
He's hurt, but if he wasn't hurt,
It's not if he wasn't. He is.
I mean, they need him, but they.
And before they got him.
But it don't. But no, that don't matter though.
Now you don't.
I'm not saying that don't matter because that's a good comparison. But I'm saying you throwing me off here, and I like that because that was a little tricky. But what I'm saying is because even with Anthony Davis, they would not get as far as the Cavaliers would get with LeBron. That's what makes him more valuable. So that right there.
So if LeBron loses this series, does it make a difference?
They went further than Anthony Davis with the Pelicans. They went home in the second round. At least they playing with a chance to get to the finals still. You know what I mean? So yes, I would take playing than not playing right now, even if I lose.
Okay, so will LeBron James have made it out the first round in the Western Conference right now?
Depending on what team.
With his team, with Cleveland, if Cleveland was in the Western Conference, or if it was seeded 1 through 16.
Who are they playing?
Well, if it was seeded 1 through 16, they probably got their boots smoked the first round because they probably would have been like 8 or 9 seed. So they probably would have been playing the 3 or 4. 30-minute mark, man.
Word.
Is you positive? Huh? Yes, nothing like you said.